Tonight, imagine at the tender age of 10 being the sole responsibility of a household. That's the reality of life for scores of children in South Africa, a phenomenon known as child-headed households. The majority of child and youth-headed households are in KwaZulu-Natal.
Children, the epitome of innocence, requiring just love, care, protection and guidance, free to laugh and play. It's not just a privilege, but the right of every child as enshrined in the Constitution. However, in a country where poverty, crime and disease levels are high, for many children, their basic rights become a privilege and one many still don't enjoy. Shobane, south of KwaZulu-Natal. Celiwe, like many children, was forced to give up her childhood. After her mother abandoned her and her little brother, she became solely responsible for the family.
Even this house, I built it with my brother. After our mother left us, we built it so we could have a roof over our heads.
In her teens, she had 2 children, adding to her burden. For years, they lived in squalor, in a dilapidated mud house, often going to sleep on an empty stomach. Despite an outpouring of help after the SABC broadcast their plight last year, for Celiwe, the years lost she can never get back. Her challenges are similar to those of Nondumiso Hlongwa, who lives in Mandeni on the KwaZulu-Natal North Coast and is responsible for her 8 siblings. They currently share this one-roomed house. She is unemployed.
Our situation is that 8 of us live in this house. None of us are working. We get odd jobs but are not enough. Even the area doesn't have water. There are no adults. It's just us children. Our parents died and we have no other relative.
Government is currently compiling a child and youth-headed household register. This so they can give assistance. It's estimated that there are over 3,200 child-headed households in South Africa, and the number of youth-headed households identified at just over 6,500. At this year's International Children's Day celebrations, President Jacob Zuma made a plea to South Africans, to neighbors of such households, to help. And in the words of the late President Nelson Mandela, there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. I am Mhlongo, SABC News, Durban.